Welcome to Condors Countdown. Ryan Holt joined by Condors head coach Troy Mann before Game 1 of the Western Conference semifinal series with the Stockton Thunder here this evening. And Coach, you often talk about there not being momentum carrying over from game to game within a series, but I get the sense here this week that the confidence starting to build for this squad even between series, coming out of the quarterfinal win over Utah, now going into the semifinals here against Stockton.
No, absolutely. I mean, I think there's a number of guys in that room that over the course of the year with the adversity we faced are feeling real confident that we can beat anybody. And that was a sentiment after we eliminated Utah last week. And I think that, it was a long week of practice, but I could tell by Wednesday, guys, that we're getting a little antsy to play some games. And now we're here, and it's a new series, and we'll see where it takes us here.
We often talk about the shutdown defensive style of Eric Bergdorfer, but you look at the numbers. Joey Leach was a +7 in that first-round series with Utah. How have you seen his game grow over the course of the season and even in that first-round series against Utah?
Well, I thought he was arguably our most improved player from October right through to the playoffs, and I thought that his game came along real nicely as the months progressed, and I think he deserved a call-up at the time, and I think he was rewarded with his improved play, and I think that our defense have been pretty much the stable part of our lineup throughout the year, and that has helped in terms of keeping the pairs together. And Leach and Marciano had a great first series, and I think that any playoff run, you need your depth players, so to speak, and those guys, played against other teams, because of the depth of each line when you get to playoff hockey, you need those guys to contribute.
Look at the preparation for this week, and you look at the Stockton team. How much different was the preparation for Stockton as opposed to maybe Utah going into Game 1 in that series?
Well, two different styles. I mean, Utah played a very similar game that we played, very defensive-oriented, structured type of game, and, the goals for and PK, just the numbers throughout the season were, almost identical. So when you turn and look at a team like Stockton, who comes in with a tremendous amount of speed and skill and play a transitional type of game, you need to make those proper adjustments. And we've talked to the guys. We've shown a number of video clips this week from our series against them and against Ontario that we need to do to be effective throughout the week. And we will do that. And we just got to take the first period here and see what the adjustments we have to make throughout the game and throughout the series.
Brian Foster's been there before in the ECHL playoffs. He comes back with Stockton, has a very impressive first-round series against Ontario. How important is it for the Condors to make him work here early in this hockey game?
Well, in breaking down his game, he looks very similar to Dell in Utah. And, he was really, really good at the beginning of the year against us, because when we had our struggles, they had come in here a couple times, and I thought he was dynamic. And he maybe had his struggles throughout the middle part of the year, but against Ontario, he made some key saves, and we all know how important goaltending is. So typical thing, we got to get pucks to the net and get some bodies in front and make him work for his saves. And if we do that effectively, we should be okay.
All right, Coach, thanks for the time. Good luck tonight.
Thanks.
It's Condors head coach Troy Mann. Game 1 coming up next on your Condors Broadcast Network.